Switch over to this. We're going to be talking manifestation techniques, things that you can do. Now, I'm starting not to like the word manifestation because I guess it has a bad rep on it because it's so popular. So we're going to call it attracting, okay? We're going to call it attracting because in reality, that's all it is you're attracting. And that's why I said that you pull from that other realm into this one, okay? You are attracting. You're bringing it to your path, all right? You are bringing it to your path. You are changing the scenery, basically. You are changing the scenery in your path. Okay, it's as simple as that. Now, basically, it's what you're paying attention to. You know, it's very simple. We're going to go over a couple things that you can do to kind of, you know, beyond just thinking about it or beyond just meditating about it. So I'm stuck in a crack, guys. There it goes. Beyond just thinking about it, beyond just meditating on it and speaking it, you know, a couple different ways that you might not have known or that you might not implement that you could. Little ways to spice it up. Okay? Now, what it is, you're attracting that scenery. Best way I can describe it is, and the simplest way I can describe it, is wherever you're facing, you're going to be walking. Right? Wherever path that you go, you're going to walk. If I present you with 5 different paths in the forest, and I say choose one, and you look towards path 3, are you going to be walking towards path 1, 2, 4, and 5? And 6. No, you're going to be going where you're looking. Now, where you're looking is your perspective. What your perspective is just an accumulation of programmings that this modern Western society branded you with, okay? And so you think you want to go this way, but in reality you're fucking miserable and you don't know that there's any other ways that you can go. You think something is going to happen to where your body just starts going this way while you're looking towards that path. It don't work like that. You have to shift your perspective. That's why I say it all starts in the mind. That's why I say the lifestyle is the cure, not the herbs. The herbs are the assistants. And a part of that lifestyle is a lifestyle change. And that includes what you're fucking thinking and how you're viewing the world. So when I explain some information and somebody's like, well, my doctor doesn't say that. Well, no shit. If I told you what your doctor said, then you'd be doing this. You'd be getting the same results that you got with your doctor. You have to change the perspective, guys. You have to change which path you are looking towards. If you are looking towards optimism, that's what your fucking life is going to be. If you're looking towards I hate my life, that's what your life is going to be. It's that simple. Okay? People get on the comments and like, well, I've been thinking about being rich for forever now. I ain't doing it. I'm still poor. Ha ha ha. Like, damn right you're poor. You're poor up here. And if that don't change, nothing else is going to change. If the inside don't change, the external's not going to change. You have to change the internal conditions first. It don't work the opposite way around. That's why if you get rich, you're still not happy. Okay? It has to come from the inside out. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's when you feel aligned. Okay? That is when you feel aligned because you are going down the path that you know you should be going. You're letting spirit take the wheel, not this shit. This intellectual flesh that's been manipulated by your cheeseburgers and your fucking news media and all this types of stuff. Both of these are attacked on a daily basis with the modern American diet. Okay, the cheeseburgers go after you here. The news cycle goes after you here. The politics go after you here. The fucking Coca-Colas, some good old American Coca-Colas, that's going to fuck you up all in here. This is going to be affected as well. Come on, guys. Okay? So it's all about, it starts with the shift in perspective. Okay? What are you operating from? One easy thing that you can say and write, I want all you guys to write this down. You better have your pens and papers out in this in this live. And if you don't know, now you know. Okay, get your pens and paper out for this live. All right. One thing that you can say is when you put your hand, you can put both. You can put your dominant hand over your chest, over your heart, and you say, I am operating from a place of love, gratitude, patience, and abundance. I am operating from a place of, okay? I want you to repeat these things every single day. If you want to do it all day, do it all day. If you want to do it in your head all day, do it in your head all day. If you want to be bored at work and you're just saying that in your head all day, instead of the lyrics that you'd be singing in your head, do that all day. When you're driving, do that all day. I'm operating from a place of gratitude, guys. It has to be gratitude. It has to be from love. It has to be from love. Gratitude, patience, and abundance. Drink your coconut water. I'm not shouting out the brand because they didn't pay me. But, you know, this is one easy thing that you can say on a daily basis that shifts that operating system, shifts that OS, gives that download. Y'all be waking up to a new download in your phone every single day, but be playing with the same old software from 1994. You know what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Change your operating system, just like you updated on your damn phone and your electronics. Okay? Now, when you have that shift in perspective, you now start to see things that now get you to where you want to go, that now put you in situations to get where you want to go, to hang out with people to get to where you want to go, to get those job offers, or to get those just situations, those experiences to get you where you want to go. It's not, I'm going to think about it and it's just going to, boom, what? $1 million just showed up. No. That's what most people's mistake are. It is, I'm going to operate from that system. Now I can see $1 million deals. Now I can act like $1 million. Now I can think and speak and hang out with, etc., so that I can get that $1 million that I've been trying to manifest or trying to attract. That's how it works. Okay? It's not just it's going to show up at your door because you think about it and you draw it. No. All the signs to get there on this journey is going to get you there. Do you understand what I'm saying? It is now going to appear on your journey. It is not just a boom, it's here. You still have to fucking walk. Okay? But instead of going down lane 3, where all the bullshit is, you're going to go down lane 1. And it's going to feel right. And it's going to bring peace, not just for you, but for others. You're going to be operating from love. So you're not just going to love yourself, but you and others. Okay? Because it's not about you at the end of the day. And everybody will learn that on this journey. It's not about you. It's about everybody else. It's not about you. It's about everybody else. It's about your part in this bigger connection to everything else. Okay? So you want to operate from that love. Once you start operating from that love, the universe is yours. The universe is yours. That's why people who operate from hate ain't really here for too long. They don't succeed for too long. They always get busted. They always die early. They always this, that, and the third. The people who operate out of love, they're going to be here for a long time. Not just in physical, but in spirit as well. Okay? Their effects are going to be here for a long time. So you want to operate from that love. Once you start operating from that love, it's different. Once you stop operating from the, I have to do this, I have to do this, I'm being forced to do this, I'm being dragged to do this. You know, once you get rid of that, a lot of things start coming to you. A lot of things start coming to you. A lot of visualizations and downloads start happening. Now, a couple key things, and this is the whole point of the live, a couple key tricks that you could do. The first, everybody knows it. It is meditation. It is meditation. Okay, that is the simplest way to start attracting the life that you want. Okay, because you start to get the downloads. One, you start to silence the monkey mind, the chattering mind, the talkative mind, that annoying mind. Okay, that just thinks the weird shit all day. You know, nothing constructive to your future or your present, I should say. So one, you start to silence that chattering monkey mind. And that's really important, because then it's like, if you guys live in a busy city, a New York or LA or something like that, all you hear is noise, cars, sirens, all that. And then once you step inside, it's silence. It's like that. I can breathe. I can think. I can talk to myself. That's important. You can talk to yourself. Instead of having the words come into your subconscious all day from your music or your coworkers or your customers or whatever it may be, you start talking to yourself. Your higher self starts talking to yourself. Now, we go through a society where a lot of people are scared to even have that time with themselves because they don't want to face that realness. We have to talk about that. A lot of people can't even be alone. A lot of people don't even know what it feels like to be alone. Not lonely, but alone. Alone in thought, alone in presence. A lot of people are scared of that. Okay? They don't want to be alone with their thoughts. But I'm going to let you know that your thoughts is just your higher self. Your higher self will always lead you down the right way. And so we push it in the back. We push it in the back until we're ready for that change. And then we start listening to that intuition. We start listening to that gut. You know how they say. We start listening to our gut feeling. Going with what our gut told us to go with. Okay? So with meditation, you're going to silence that monkey mind. All right? Meditation is important. I don't want you guys to go in and just go in an hour, go in 2 hours, try to, rise up from the floor. What I want you to do is, first I want you to pay attention to your breath. Start off by paying attention to your breath. I'm not telling you to levitate. I'm not telling you to silence all your thoughts. First, pay attention to your breath. Put focus on your breath. And it's the easiest and simplest way you can put the next foot forward and go deeper into the meditation. You can do that once a day. Just slow down and pay attention to how your breath feels. Only focus on your breath. Okay? What it feels like coming in, what it feels like going out. Try to hear it. Try to feel it. Feel if there's any little phlegm, or feel if there's any blockages, or feel like it's too constricted, or feel like it's kind of burning, or feel like it's a little mucusy, feel like it's something. Feel something. Hear something. Okay, feel something. All right, and when you start paying attention to your breath, it really will slow the rest of it down. It'll slow everything down. Okay, and then do that for once a day, 5 minutes. Slow down and just try to pay attention to your breath. Five minutes. After a week or after 3 or 4 days where you feel like you can go a little bit deeper and you can actually calm for that long and stay in a seated position without moving and without a bunch of chattering for 15 minutes, go up to 15 minutes. Okay, but when you do go up to 15 minutes, after 3, 4, 5, a week if you want, after you go up there, then you're going to try to calm that mind. You're going to sit there and you're going to observe the thoughts. Observe the thoughts go by. Pay attention to your breath. Get into your meditation. You're going to let the thoughts go by. Whatever you think of, don't react to it. Don't get anxious about it. Don't try to do this, don't try to do that. Just relax. Okay, you don't have to stop all your thoughts at once. Let it go by. Sit relaxed. A really good analogy somebody used was when you're sitting on the side of the road and the cars are going by, when you try to stop your thoughts, it's like you're running out there and trying to stop all the cars. There's no way you can't do it. Okay? So to be at peace, sit on the side of the road and just watch the cars go by. Okay? When after you do that, I want to say do that for a couple weeks. Okay? Because a lot of people have very destructive thoughts. A lot of people have thoughts that bring a reaction out of them. Okay? So I'm not going to tell you to stop them because you don't really have control over them. So watch it go by. 15 minutes while breathing. Okay? And after a week, 2 weeks, however long it feels like you need to be able to stop those thoughts, then you do that. Okay? For some people, it might take them a month. And that's okay. All right? So you can do that for 25 to 30 minutes. 25 to 30 minutes. I want you to be able to pay attention to your breath when you begin. Watch your thoughts go by. And then be able to stop your thoughts and say, this single thing is what I'm going to think about. This single subject is what I'm going to think about. Period. There's no discussing it. You are the master. Okay? You are the master. You, your higher self, your spiritual self, you are the master. This body, it's just the servant. But a lot of people are living opposite. Their body and their external is taking over. And it rules their day to day. And they wonder why they don't have a good time. Because this is where the ego is coming from. You have to have both. Okay, you have to have that duality. But when you're operating from a majority ego, then you get what most of you get. Okay? So through that meditation, the very end, you're going to be, after a month of doing, just focusing on the breathing for 5 minutes, and then after a couple weeks of focusing on just watching the thoughts go by with no reaction, still paying attention to your breath. And then after a month or a couple weeks, I want you guys to sit 30 minutes, pay attention to that breath, and then have conscious thought towards one single subject. Love. Or if you want to do $1 million, go ahead and do $1 million. I don't care what it is. Family, home, better health, whatever it may be, focus on that one thing. And as the time goes on, you're going to be able to expand on it. So that's the first thing, is meditation. Of course, that is, I guess everybody saw that coming. Meditation is the first cheat code. The second cheat code. Remember when I said that if you guys watch that manifestation video, if you have not, hop off, go watch it, then come back. If you guys watch that manifestation video, I want you guys to understand that these are different realms. Okay, these are different realms. And when you attract something or when you manifest something, you are bringing it from that realm. Okay, the imagination, the dream world, people call it the astral plane. Okay, when you are manifesting or attracting something, you're pulling it from that non-material world. Okay, that's very important to understand. The ways that you can pull that in is, of course, through conscious thought. And that's where the meditation is going to come in. But another way that you can bring it into this physical realm is to tie it to things in this physical realm. I'm going to get weird for some people. For other people, they're going to be very interested. For some people, it's like, I already knew that. Okay, but you have to tie it into these things, into this physical realm with physical things, like the burning of this, the writing on this, the tearing up of this, whether that be a journal and some paper, whether that be a leaf, whether that be, I don't care what it is, but if it's of nature, being used of nature, by nature, I should say, then you're going to be able to pull that a lot quicker and just a lot more potently. It's a lot more potent. It's a lot more, that's the best way I can describe it. It's a lot more potent, okay, of a practice. Meditation is one. You can also add the rituals, okay? As I said, some people are going to find me weird for this. Some people are going to find me awesome for this. Some people are going to be like, I already knew that. Some people are like, I didn't know shit about it. Okay, I'm speaking to all you guys. Rituals. Just like you have your skincare ritual, just like that's a ritual for the external. Just like you have the rituals where you go and get your hair cut every single week or whatever, or every month. That is a ritual for the external. Okay? I'm probably going to be talking about this internal thing throughout the entire life. Okay, we do everything for the external. We live in an external material world. Data, numbers, all that type of shit. But when it comes to internal, when it comes to things that we can't see, when it comes to things that we can feel, things that are not material, it's just like, ugh, whatever. Quack. Crazy person, witch, whatever it may be. So, rituals, like something as simple as writing in a journal every single day. Repeating what it is. If you want to make something really potent, if you want to make one single thing come a lot quicker, is thinking one sentence, one or two sentences, writing down those one or two sentences, and then burning up those one or two sentences. Not only did you put it on paper, which is in this physical realm, not just in here anymore, it's not just in the thought, it's now in this physical realm, and then you set fire to it, which is another element of nature. Okay? You can look at it as fire is essential, especially with volcanoes that bring that fire element. That destruction leads to new growth, leads to a beautiful island. It ignites it. It ignites that change. It ignites the ritual, if you may say. It sets things into motion. Okay, it sets things into motion. So that fire is another way to make it more potent. So not only journaling every single day, but if you want to get super just potent with attracting something, a specific thing, then you write down, you think of a sentence regards to that thing, you write down that sentence, and then you burn that sentence. Now, if you want to get even more potent, write this down. If you want to get even more potent, you not just do that, but you now go with the energies of nature. What do I mean by that? I'm sure some people have heard of, or a lot of people on here have heard of a new moon ritual or moon rituals in general. That's because the moon is giving you a certain energy, just like every other planet is giving you a certain energy to play with, okay? Giving you a certain energy to a specific point or a specific aspect of your body, your emotional body, your physical body, okay? Each of these planets are giving you an energy to play with, essentially. All right, that's how I view it, because we're gods here. All right, we come here to be able to manipulate, or I should say channel that energy, okay, to create exactly what we want. We can create whatever we want. We are gods like that. We can create whatever we want. We can destroy whatever we want, because that is what we are. That is who we are. That is what we emanate from. And that is what we play on this field, this video game that we call Mama Earth. Do you guys understand this? Okay, type in love in the comments if you are understanding what I'm saying so far. All right, type in love in the comments if you understand what I've been saying so far. So one way that you want to connect with the planets, specifically the moon, is to work off of her cycles. If you want to start something new, do it on the new moon. Just like if you want to start something new, you do it in the new year, not in January, because it's still cold as shit. The bears are still hibernating. Grass ain't growing. Nothing new is growing. You do it in the spring, that March, April time, that new, you utilize the energies of nature. So if you want to utilize the moon, I just taught you how to utilize the planet, Mama Earth. If you want to utilize the moon, then you go for her phases. The new moon, you start setting new intentions. You start setting new goals. Okay? And as soon as every single new moon, you want to set those same goals. And as soon as you complete them, then you go on to the next one. You write something else. You want to keep doing those same goals, because by the time it is the full moon, this is reflection time. The full moon, it's very bright. All right? Pulls out a lot of your subconscious, a lot of your emotions, pulls everything to the surface. Parasites, that's why I said that if you have parasites, you're going to have a lot of cravings around the full moon time. Okay? It pulls everything out, whether it be emotions, your thoughts, your habits, the things that you've been keeping in the dark. It pulls everything out. It's like, do you want to keep this, yes or no? Okay? Now, we can utilize that full moon for that time of reflection. Everything is now to the surface. We can see all of our shadows, all of our demons, all of our skeletons in the closet, or whatever, however you want to say it. So we can utilize that energy of the moon to now reflect. It's reflection time. Take your journal and you want to write down things like, what do I need to release in order to complete X, Y, and Z that you write down? Those goals that you had during the new moon, and you didn't complete it by the full moon, what do I need to release? What stagnant, stuck toxin or emotion or person in my life or situation in my life? Okay? What stagnant do I have to release? What do I want to release? And you write that with that full moon. That's bringing you that time of reflection. And then guess what? The full moon goes away, right? So this is how to utilize the energies of nature. The new moon, it's coming on. The full moon is going away. New moon is new beginnings. Full moon is that reflection and that release. You have to have that release. Okay, this is why I say constipation is a slow death. Because we are not supposed to be constipated of anything. You're not supposed to hold stagnant of anything. Not your food, not your drink, not your thoughts, not your emotions. Okay? Not toxic people, not toxic jobs. You're not supposed to hold on to any of that. All right? We are meant to release, especially the emotions. We live in that society where it's okay to hold those stagnant emotions, those stagnant thoughts in you. Never expressing yourself. Never being able to cry, to release those emotions that are pent up inside you. Okay, so this is not about stagnation. It's about fluidity. It's about fluidity. Just like the waves. Okay, just like the moon. Comes and goes. Phases. Cycles. This is what life is about. It's just about being stagnant the whole time. It's not about being stagnant up or stagnant down the whole time. That's where I got it confused. Okay? We have to release. All right? Now, those are powerful rituals that you can do. So not only you do your meditation, you can do it on these days. Okay? So You can do it on the new moon. You do a new moon meditation with the things that you want, X, Y, and Z, that you want to attract into your life. But now you're doing the rituals on the new moon. You're meditating on the new moon. You're doing a ritual. You're writing down something in your journal on a new moon. And then you're burning that off to kind of ignite that process. All right? All right. That full moon is powerful for that reflection, guys. That's very important. Do not make this journey just about I want. Okay, it's not just about I want. It's like, what are you willing to let go? All right? What are you willing to let go? Because you cannot hold everything. You cannot hold all your baggage. You cannot hold all the people in your life. You cannot hold on to all those traumatic experiences in your life. You cannot hold on to all those hateful thoughts and those. You cannot hold on to all of that. You cannot hold on to those fucking cheeseburgers at McDonald's. You can't do it. All right? It is going to cause self-harm, self-destruction. And that is the society that we're living in, a self-destructive society. Look at all of our video games. Look at all of our sports. Look at all of our movies. It's all self-destruction. Our music, it's self-destruction. Kill this, kill that. Break, hit, steal, shoot, something. It's all self-destructive. Okay, because we hold on to the things that are destroying us, whether that be it emotions, thoughts, toxins from your food and your drink, and so on. Okay, release. Use that full moon and that ritual to release. Okay, family. Please. That is very, very, very important. That was Spirit talking through me, shawty, because that was very, very, very important. I'm not even gonna remember that after this live is done. If y'all enjoying the live so far, type in love. If you guys are enjoying the live, type in love. I'm gonna be able to get to you guys' questions towards the end. All right, towards the end. I got about 10 more minutes. Give me like 10 more minutes and then I'll start answering lives, comments. Now, we have our meditation. We have our rituals. Of course, we have the speech. We have to have the speech. It's not just about saying it in our mind, but it's about saying it out loud as well. That's just another way that we create as gods here. Okay? So what's really important is that we have those conversations with ourselves. I'm writing down convos with ourselves. All right, we have to have those convos with ourselves. All right? We allow so much of the outside world to conversate with us in our head, to have conversations with us in our head. We listen to music that spits their fears and their traumas and their this and that into our subconscious, and we're wondering why we're having those same thoughts. We're having those same experiences or those same emotions. You know, this guy is singing, he's sad, I'm starting to cry. Why is that? And so once in a while, I'm going to challenge you personally. Once in a while, I want you guys to ride around with either no music. You can ride around with frequencies, okay? Or ride around, this is what I do with my son particularly, is ride around with instrumentals. If you want to listen to that favorite song, listen to your instrumental, okay? You don't have to listen to the lyrics. Listen to the instrumental, bop your head while you're saying your affirmations. It ain't all gotta be fucking flutes and chimes and shit. Play your favorite beats, your favorite little songs, whatever. Just do the instrumental, no words, and you're talking to yourself. I am love. I am this. I am abundance. I will this. I have this. I'm grateful for this. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be boring. It ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? It ain't gotta be boring. It ain't gotta be, you know, all high vibe and all that type of shit. Okay, but eliminate as much as you can throughout the day. Eliminate the conversations, you know, in that are going into that subconscious. All right, whether that be through the music or the YouTube or the movies or whatever you guys listen to. Like, have some time for yourself. Have some free time. Talk to yourself. You can talk to yourself out loud. It's more powerful, in my personal opinion. Talk to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Just as if I'm pretty aggressive with myself. I'll be honest. I don't know if you guys are like this, but I'll just look at myself in the mirror sometimes like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, tighten up. You know you should not be doing this shit. Or you know you need to be doing this shit. Like, don't be bullshitting me. I'll just be straight up with myself. That's the Florida in me. But, I respond to that. I resonate with that better. Whatever you resonate with. You don't have to be mean on yourself. You can be kind to yourself. You can be any type of way to yourself. But whatever you resonate with, however you wanted somebody to talk to you and it actually got you to change something, like talk to yourself like that. And you'll realize that it's very powerful, for one. And you also realize how smart you are and how you already know the way. You already know the way. Do you understand this, family? You already know the way. And I love doing this with homies of mine that are aspiring to be entrepreneurs and such. They'll be like, man, I don't really know what to do, or I don't really know how to make this or that. And I'll ask them a series of questions, and they'll answer everything they need to know in order to do what they say they can't do. It's the funniest thing. It's just about lacking that trust in self, lacking that trust in our own abilities, our decisions, lacking that trust in our decisions, holding on to that poverty mindset that we were grown up with, or, just having doubt in ourselves because of, I don't know, maybe you've always been told you're not powerful. Maybe you've been made dependent on other people and their inputs. Whatever whatever you resonate with, whatever your story is, okay, work in switching that up. Work in switching that up. Leave that doubt in the past. Leave that fear in the past. Okay, stop fearing your own self. Stop fearing greatness. Stop fearing love. Stop fearing yourself. Those convos with the self, very, very important, guys. Not just in the head through the meditation, but also through the mouth and speaking it. In the mirror is very powerful as well. Speaking to yourself in the mirror, extremely powerful. Looking yourself right in your eye, looking into the depth of your soul. All right? And you speak to yourself. I tell my son to do this all the time. He'll say, oh, I can't do it. And I'm like, hey, I don't want to hear you say that. If you say you can't do it, then you can't do it. If you say you can do it, then you can do it. Period. Okay? And then he says it, and then the next shot he makes, it's like, trust in yourself, bro. Don't block your own self. Okay? So go into that mirror and speak good to yourself. Be grateful for yourself. Say where you're going to go. Say how you're going to feel. Say what level of health you're going to get to. Say what job you're going to get, or what business you're going to start, or what accomplishment you're going to get. Say that to yourself. You're not asking yourself. You're not thinking about it. You're not, no, you're literally telling yourself, hey, you're going to have the greatest family in the world. You're going to have the greatest business you can have. You're going to have the best life that you could have possibly imagined. You're going to be abundant. You're going to be full of love. Period. There's no question marks or anything like that. It's period. Shit, exclamation point. This is what it is because I, my true self, say so to this guy. So this guy has to comply. Period. Period, period, period. So we have three things. It's the meditation. It's the rituals, the writing on the pieces of paper, the convo, and then the third thing is the convos with the self. Have to have those convos with the self. Silence all the other voices going into your head. Silence all the other voices going into your head, and you'll realize how genius that your own voice is. Okay, trust in your voice. Trust in your abilities. Trust in your choices. Trust in your everything. Okay? Ain't no halfway in. All money in. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. All money in. Has to be a all money in. A all thought. A all me in. To this. To what I believe. To where I'm going to go. Has to be a all me in to this. Okay, guys? Okay. That completes the live about that. I'm going to grab the camera and, yeah. I'm going to start answering questions.